Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny.
And today we're going to take a brief look at Roku. And is this a little bit of a dark horse? Is this a stock that in 5 years can give you 10x on your money? And full disclosure, Vinny hates this stock. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, Kathy Wood owns it, so therefore it must be garbage. If you guys enjoyed this kind of entertaining stock market content of Two Stupid Guys Trading Stocks, by all means, give us a like, subscribe below. We'd love to have you along this little venture of ours. That we'll get to it.
Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. All right. Dark horse. Boom. Now, one sec. Look at this chart, man. This is $500 up here.
Yeah.
This is 60.
Nice double top.
It's a beautiful double top. You can't draw a better double top. It's literally textbook. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. Like, this is crazy. And this is like I had to zoom out so far, so it's kind of hard to see. This is like $85 to $65. This is down 20% in one day.
So they crushed earnings, obviously.
Oh, killed it. Killed it on earnings.
And killed something.
I'm not saying I personally would not buy this right now. I am saying, is this a long shot? Is this something you buy, 1% of your portfolio in? Not now. Still has more to go. 1%, 2% of your portfolio in and just hold for 5 years. That's the argument here. This is not a Facebook or, Bank of America. This is not something you throw 10% of your portfolio in. That would be a bad call. Hashtag FUBO.
Yeah, I know, right?
There we go. Now, this is just some quick key results. Revenue grew 18% year over year. Platform never increased 26, yada, yada, yada. They added 1.8 incremental active users to reach 63.1. They're still the leader. Streaming hours is going up. Average revenue per user is going up. It's all good. It's all good stuff. Except for the part they spend $850 million to make $760 million. But that's the part where this gets a little iffy.
Okay.
All right. So you look at them. This is a growth company. You can't value them like someone who's killing it financially, right? But you can see there is a trend. They're killing it every single year. Are we decreasing? Absolutely. Right? We're going 50, 50, 50, 40, 28.
Okay.
However,
so the rate of increase is small.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not decrease overall. Rate of increase. Should clarify that. Once again, we're having tons of companies saying like, hey, economic times are hard. We have inflation, yada, yada, yada. See our other videos. You can see that they're not letting up on number of monthly active users. Okay. This quarter 1, 2022, this next number is 63. They're still increasing. They're still killing it. What do you like this little nice graph?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some stuff to like there. The question to me is always going to be valuation, though. I do not know what their market cap is at this point in time, so that's what I would have wanted to know.
Here, look it up while I do this.
All right.
So Roku, they're experiencing growth pains. All right. Now, this is on the premise. This slide is on the premise that most likely there's going to be a recession, even though the government changed the definition multiple times. We'll go into that. That's a great time. They're likely to show their first drop in ARPU. And when that happens, I think they're going to lose another 20 to 30% one day. That's going to be a rough day. All right? I'm thinking maybe next earnings or 2 earnings calls from now.
Okay.
They miss on both revenue and their EPS. Management stating things are going to get worse. Okay? So now they're going to have to sacrifice growth and kind of go into survival mode. They got to worry about their balance sheet, right? They're going to do something that Nikola doesn't know how to do. They're going to actually worry about their cash instead of just spending it and then, giving the C-suite bonuses and then, they'll be out of business in 6 months, but that's different. Do you see the market cap?
Yeah, it's about $9 billion.
Too high. But that gets around $4 billion. This is getting interesting.
All right.
Current assets, they're sitting on $2 billion cash, total assets $4.3 billion, total liabilities $1.5 billion. They're burning about $130 million a quarter. All right? They can easily last another, especially if they start sacrificing their growth and really worried about their fiscal responsibility. They can last another 4 or 5 years on spending $50 million a quarter, right?
Okay.
Actually, a lot more than that. But
yeah,
is this a company that you could throw just 1% to 2% of your money in? Not now. It's not ready yet, especially when the management themselves said, this is going to get worse. Don't do it now. I'm thinking I could easily throw just 1 or 2 grand. Throw it out there, sit it in the really bottom of my portfolio, let it sit there for 5 years, let it marinate. What are you thinking, Vinny?
So, but just to be clear, you're still calling for another 60% decline
I'm going to say
before
50.
you do that.
I'm going to say, yeah, not right now. Not right now. This is a bad call right now. If you have been skimming through the video, don't do this yet. Just real clear.
All right. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's a household name. You're talking about price to sales ratio of 3 right now. If you get down to your point, you'd be talking about 2, 1.5 or so. That's not entirely unreasonable, I guess, for a company growing that. I'd have to look at what's the PEG ratio, and I still won't really invest in these unprofitable hyper growth companies. It's not my thing. I apparently prefer to invest in dying giants. That's more my thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I still don't understand their long term kind of conversion to profitability. Selling these device loss leaders, and now you're seeing so many other companies develop their TV software. Like I know Google has one. It's a real question to me as far as where do they eventually turn profitable? Is it just through ads, and will they have a significant portion of the market when you're competing with companies like Facebook, Meta, and Google, and Amazon? Amazon's become like a ad powerhouse overnight. That's the real question to me: is where do they play into that realm?
It's true. I will say Amazon's been around for a while, and Roku still has more users. I mean, that's very impressive. Also, whenever I buy something electronic, I always do you know Tom's Hardware, the website?
Tom's Hardware, yeah.
So I really I think that they're fairly unbiased, and every time I use them for a product, I'm usually fairly satisfied. If you look up best player, Roku's on 4 of the top 10. And they're 1, 2, and 3. That's pretty impressive. So, once again, this is no horrible play right now. Just in the future, I think that this is one of those that you can get a 3 or 4x opportunity and be like, dope, sweet, and then you could take that money and put it somewhere else.
I mean, what if you just short it for the next 3 or 4 months and then take whatever you make and profit from that and then turn to a long position?
The only stock I feel comfortable shorting when they're having that big a move, 20% drops, because they could easily make an announcement and have a 20% gain. The only company I feel comfortable doing that is Nikola, because they're already dead. They've already drowned and they're just kind of floating there. So that's a whole different thing, right? Roku can actually show some fiscal responsibility. Nikola is just stabbing themselves. So it's a whole different thing. It's not many times when the CEO, the owner, is about to go to prison and the existing CEO knew about all that. That hasn't been covered yet. It's very obvious, though. I don't want to. It's too scary.
All right. Well, let us know what you think about this whole Roku trade. It's kind of curious. I don't know. I'm interested maybe as a flyer at some point, but it's going to have a significant drop before then.
Yeah, they will. Have a good one, guys.